Was this the best year for the Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog. If you're new, my name is Steve Chapman. 2025 just ended, and Major League Fishing and the Bass Pro Tour really had another really extremely successful year. It wasn't just the rookies that did well from 2025 and also some of the rookies that did well from 2024. It was an overall successful year for many reasons. The decision to change from one period with forward-facing sonar and two without, I think, was their best decision of all time. This format allows everyone a little piece of everything that they like. And I think it really helps the technology people get behind the BPT and appreciate what they're doing to make accommodations for the anglers that love it and the anglers who don't. And it gives everyone a very level playing field. More importantly than that, it added another level of strategy and storyline that nobody could have expected at the beginning of the year. Anglers had to think when they're going to use it, why they'll use it at certain periods, which is the best time to use it. And some saved it for the end, and some always used it at the beginning. It was another storyline that made the BPT highly successful in 2025. And we saw many tournaments this year that were not dominated by forward-facing sonar. In fact, we just saw by the numbers that more fish were caught during the periods without forward-facing sonar by a drastic amount, and just prove that these anglers can not only catch them with the technology, but they catch them even better without it. But that also comes down to going to great places. And that's another thing that the BPT did great in 2025. They had a very diverse selection of places to go that made the anglers very happy. I actually felt that this was their best schedule that they've ever had. And with 65 anglers moving down to 50, 51, that storyline was compelling for fans and for the anglers. And we saw that their production quality exceeded all expectations in 2025. The platform Major League Fishing and the Bass Pro Tour use is without question the best. And I'll use this as an example. I'm going to put two screenshots of my computer. And while it doesn't seem like much, and I'm not making this any bigger, you can see the difference in just taking a screenshot, just not only in size, but in the quality between Major League Fishing and the elites. And they continue to impress us with different new drone footage, having more cameras on boats, switching cameramen to the people who are on fire. They just seem to do everything right again. And I do believe it started last year with the team series and then just went into 2025, and they rode this steamrolled everyone in 2025. And when you have arguably the best angler in your group of anglers in Jacob Wheeler, and you see that he is in a class of his own and winning 4 out of 5 Angler of the Year titles in the last 5 years. And if you were to ask a lot of anglers, there's a lot of people that will go, the Classic is the best to win, of course, or the Red Crest, it's the best, it's the one you make the most money on. Consistently, you would hear that Angler of the Year is the most important title for all anglers. Having that consistency throughout the year and proving you can win or do well every tournament and not have a bad one really shows the strength of an angler that you are. And Jacob's dominance has been absolutely impressive. There's no doubt he is the best angler out there right now. And this year we saw the BPT pay $150,000 for first place. In decades, we've always had that $100,000 benchmark for win. The BPT said, we're going to pay these anglers more. They're paying more to get into the tournaments, and these guys don't mind paying that higher entry fee because they don't mind gambling on their own, on themselves. But the top 10 anglers on the BPT made almost $2 million in career earnings. That is absolutely ridiculous. And we had, and I have to read it, Stage 1, Lake Conroe, Justin Cooper win. Stage 2, on the Harris Chain, Bobby Lane win. Stage 3, we had Lake Murray, we had Drew Gill. The Red Crest was won by the only guy who can win Red Crests at this point in time, Dustin Cannell, his third time. Great story there. Chickamauga on Stage 4 was, without question, the best ending tournament I've ever watched. I've never been more enthusiastic or said to myself, I need to go fish right now. With Jake Lawrence and Jacob Wheeler on Nickajack was, without question, the best tournament of all time, in my opinion. After that, they went to heavy hitters, and that was Nick Hatfield on Smith Lake Mountain. On Smith Mountain Lake, dyslexia. Stage 5 was on Kentucky Lake with Jacob Wheeler. Stage 6 was the Potomac River and Atafo won, and then this last stage was Jacob Wheeler on Saginaw Bay. And Wheeler could have won 4 events this year. He came in first 2 times. He came in second 2 times. He was the most dominant angler on this field, or in this field. And them moving back down to 50 will make the most condensed, best field of anglers that we've ever seen. And I know it hurts other anglers because they're being relegated down. But the field of the BPT in 2026 is the best of the best. I truly believe that. And I look forward to 2026. I think they have a great schedule. I'm looking forward to the team series coming up very soon because I love that.
All right, Skeet, last year, final event, how did 2025 go for you? Yeah.
2025 was probably my worst season ever on tour. But overall, I mean, I've had an amazing career. I mean, I've fished for a living for 28 years. I've won the Bass Pro Tour Classic, I've won Angler of the Year, I've won Bass Pro Tour events. I've just been super grateful to be able to catch fish for a living for all these years, and to be able to have fan support all over the world, really. I mean, it's not just doing stuff for Japan, Spain and Italy, and it's like all the fan base that have built up. And it's not something I ever intended to do. It's one of those things that I'm just being me. I'm just trying to catch a fish and get the next bite and have fun doing what I'm doing. And fortunately, along the way, I was able to get paid to be able to catch fish for a living. So, but this year, 2025, I went the entire season without a check. I don't even know if I got close to getting a check this season. I was on the bottom of the list most years, or most events. And then, at the beginning of the season, I made the decision to retire for the competitive sport of bass fishing. And so I announced my retirement this year. And on my last day at competition, I was climbing up the leaderboard and I caught a fish on my last cast of the day, the last 30 seconds of the day, as a professional angler on tour. And I was the most emotional meltdown feeling. It was very powerful. I mean, that fish got me my first check of the season, and it was also my last check as a professional angler on tour. So it's been an emotional week.
So obviously, fishing's a passion for you. What's next for Skeet Reese?
What's next for me? My main focus after this is working on reef fishing. This is my rod company. And I knew this was like my stepping stone to get away from the competitive sport. I love the fishing industry. I still want to be in it. I've been designing products for other companies for 30 years. So I'll focus on reef fishing. And a lot of my partners still want me on board. So it's everybody that says that on this jersey said they want me to stick around and work with them and help them do whatever it is they're going to do. And whether it's creating content and designing products and doing appearances. So I'm not leaving the fishing industry. I'm still going to be in it. It's just not as competitive.
Well, thank you so much, Skeet. You definitely left a legacy in bass fishing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, Edwin, great event for you on the bay. You hammered them there, but not the finish that you wanted. What was your highlight of 2025? Or
for me, coming into the event, my back was really against the wall. I had to have a top 2 finish, I thought, to make Red Crest. So it ended up being I needed a top 4 finish. Today I finished 3rd. I didn't win, but man, you fish all year to make Red Crest. It's just one of those things that kind of hang my hat on making. That's just a goal that you want to be at that event every year. So really happy with that. Of course, a lot of fun here. How could you not enjoy catching over 200 pounds of bass the first 2 days and almost 100 again today? So I probably had 300 pounds of bass in 3 days. So a lot of fun, a cool place, and excited about taking that momentum into the team series. Here in a couple of weeks, it's going to be right back up here up north, and looking forward to fishing with Skeet Reese. Kind of one of those guys I've battled with my whole career. So we'll be back up here in 2 weeks and fishing the team.
Any events for 2026 that you're looking forward to?
Oh, all of them. Obviously, Grand is on the schedule right by the house. Beaver, OH Ivy, Orange Lake. Those are just the ones on top of my head. But man, what a schedule next year! It's going to be a hammer schedule.
All right, thank you, Edwin. Appreciate it. So, Brian, great finish to 2025. What are some highlights for 2025 for you?
Man, this has kind of been a roller coaster year for me. Had a lot of very bad tournaments, but had some peaks in there as well. I ended up with 2 top 10s this year. Anytime you have 2 top 10s in one season on the Bass Pro Tour, you got to call that a successful year. I had 1 top 10 at Lake Murray, then again here on Saginaw Bay. So wrapping up the year on a high note with the top 10. I'm already thinking about 2026, ready to get to Lake Dillers for that first event next year and have a lot of fun.
All right, thank you so much, Brian. Thank you, appreciate it. All right, Spencer, great final event. How did 2025 go for you, and how did the Bay go for you?
Had a good season, man. I mean, had 2 11s and 3 8s, so can't complain there. Had a couple hiccups back-to-back Harris Chain and Lake Murray, but other than that, great season. Probably gonna finish around the top 10 in points. So anytime you can do that out here against this group of guys, you got to consider it successful.
And then what are you looking forward to 2026? Any events or anything that stick out to you that you're excited about?
We've actually got the first BPT since I've been out here. Will be in Arkansas. We got one on Beaver Lake. It's not a home lake. I think it's about 3.5 hours from my house, but I've won a lot of money on that lake and won a tournament there that was a big part of me getting back out here in 2020. So looking forward to that. Looks like it's going to be a stellar schedule, going to some really salty fisheries. So looking forward to 2026.
Thank you so much, Spencer. Appreciate it. All right, Keith, great event today. Great close to 2025. How did 2025 go overall for you?
Overall, it was pretty good. I had some good tournaments, had some bad tournaments, but the last 2 have been top 10s, top 10 Potomac, top 10 this week. And man, just thrilled to be here.
So going into 2026, what are you looking forward to the most?
I think it's going to be a scoping schedule, so I need to practice my scoping a little bit. But, I made Red Crest, so I'm really looking forward to that. Don't know where it's at yet, but, man, Red Crest, that's a big one, so I'm really excited.
Well, thanks so much, Keith, and safe travels home.
Sure, thanks.
All right, so we got Jacob Wheeler, heck of a year. What are some highlights for you? I mean, you got a lot to be happy with.
Yeah, shout out to Get Your Fish On, man. Steve, pleasure always, man. And for me, really, I mean, this year's been crazy. I think the number one highlight is it was actually a low point for me was Jake Lawrence's crazy catch. I mean, that fish, that was a moment where I'm like, I'll never forget that emotional swing of being up and dropping to my knees. And I'm like, gosh, man, we lost. But that wasn't sort of the highlight, but that was definitely it was a crazy finish. It's probably the craziest finish of the year. And then, I mean, of course, probably the highlight of my year was just winning off Turkey Lake. Because my dad and I spent so much time there. And it was such a meaningful win. I think there are some things in life that, God has a time, his timing is perfect. And I think something that's so amazing is like, I had 2 second place finishes and it wasn't the time, but it happened there. So it made it even more meaningful because I hadn't won yet this year. I'm questioning whether I'm going to win or not this whole season. I'm trying to shoot it out for Angler of the Year and then to win off Turkey Lake. That was a really special moment. And then, of course, I mean, Angler of the Year is something that I don't take lightly. It's been something that I've been very grateful and fortunate to win. 4 Angler of the Years here on MLF, but that's definitely a highlight as well because it's a year-long battle. I mean, you have to catch them every single tournament. And it's something that if you slip up, these guys are going to catch you. So that's my year wrap up. But man, it's been insane. I can't ask for a better year.
Very excited for the team event coming up.
Oh, the team series, the team series events are coming up as well. Here in MDJ and I are going to compete in 2 of them. I'm actually also going to South Africa to compete for the Team USA. I think Kyle Welcher and I are going to be competing together, so that'll be cool. Team is Kyle Welcher, myself, I think Drew Gill,
Scott, Martin, and Logan Park. So it'll be a good team. It'll be a good time. It'll be a long trip,
Yeah,
a
for
long
sure.
flight, but I'm looking forward to getting over there.
And then what events are you looking forward to 2026? Any events that are
Man,
exciting
I
you?
think one that I'm looking forward to is going back to Lake Erie. Lake Erie's west side. It can be it can be a little stingy overall, but yeah, I mean it's a great venue. And then the other one's probably, I mean OHIV. I mean everybody's looking forward to that, but Brownland's actually a sleeper. It's really good fishery. I fished it in the fall. It was amazing. And the fall fishing is normally pretty tough. But I mean, there's a lot of great ones, but those are probably. Oh, and then of course Orange Lake. I mean, everybody wants to like Orange Lake's well known for some of the great Florida giants, so I think that's going to be an amazing heavy hitters.
Well, congratulations, Jacob, on a heck of a year.
But I'd love to know what you thought of the BPT season this year. Did you think it was their best so far? Do you think Jacob Wheeler is the best angler out there? Is there anyone close? Comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks to all the new subscribers and members and everyone who's interactive on the channel. I really do appreciate it. It is humbling and it's just a whole different world. And I can't say thank you enough. So thank you. I say this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. You guys are unbelievable. We are a team. This isn't just about me. This is about all of us. If I can do something to help you, or you need to talk to somebody, or you just want to say hello, email me. I'll give you my phone number. We can talk and say hello. Keep in touch. Because I appreciate everyone who watches this channel. But if you're not a subscriber, click that button. It's quick, easy, and free. And click the bell so you know when the next video comes out. Remember, take a kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.